Hi, basically, I'm making this video to understand singleton versus prototype bean scopes. This is experimental project for me. I did not go through the documentation very well, so if there is any mistakes on this, uh, please feel free to rectify and send me comments or anything. I don't want to confuse anybody who's watching this video with wrong informations. Okay, let's get started. So what's my experiment is, I wanted to know how does it behave with a different scope. The different scope I'm testing over here is singleton and prototype scope. So right now I have two beans in my project. This is a Spring Boot project. So bean A, which is an ordinary bean, I specified the bean A naming over here, and also I have bean B, which is almost similar to bean A, but the only difference is I have the scope specified as prototype. Okay, so based on the documentation, if I did not specify the scope, I believe it will always fall into singleton. So I'm assuming that this will be always singleton and this will be prototype scoped. Okay, so this is the main class which executes when when I do a Spring Boot run. Okay, what I have here is I have for loops over here. Okay, these two loops, the first two loops are basically using outer wired beans. Bean A and bean B is being outer wired, and we will be running five times on each loop for each beans. Okay, so that's the first two, and if you scroll down to the bottom, and we have another two more loops. Each loops run for five times, and I'm initializing the bean using the application context, which is also being outer wired into this class. Okay, so let me run this and show you the behavior, and I can further explain what I understand out of this. Okay, as you can see over here, the bean A outer wired and bean B outer wired seems to be singletons, although bean B has been specified as scope prototype. It is still behaving as a singleton if I use outer wire, as you can see. All right, and then we go to the third loop. Okay, the third loop is, yeah, this is the third loop. So this one is still using an application context to get the bean, uh, and it is behaving as a singleton too. The value is continuous from the previous loop, which is this one. Okay, so which is something I expect, because this is scoped as singleton, which is the default, and the behavior is completely changes for bean B when I use application context to get the bean. So every time I use the application context to get bean B, it is literally returning me a brand new bean. So that's why the value is always 1. Okay, that's my own observation, and thank you for watching.